Hi Surya.
Hi.
Many years ago I interviewed you on the Anand Files. Now the
That's
book,
right.
Now
That's
the book
right.
finally came out.
Yeah.
Let's start at the beginning. How did you get into Team Anand? That must have been quite a big thing.
Yeah, it was definitely a big thing for me, and still today I think it's a mystery to me why he chose me in his team.
Yeah.
Because when he chose me, I was literally, like I didn't know much.
Yeah.
So it's still a mystery, but it has been a fantastic journey. We walked a bit before on some particular lines,
Yeah.
but when he asked me for Kramnik match, I was definitely very thrilled,
Yeah.
excited,
Yeah.
and then the walk began.
Yeah. And what do you remember as the main thing from that first match?
It was exhausting. No, I mean, jokes apart. I mean, it was. Looking back, it was a wonderful journey altogether, and I definitely learned a lot.
Yeah.
Not only in chess, but also as a person.
Yeah.
No, this was before I went to Germany. Before I went, I met Anand. As before I started working with him, I had the illusion that I was working hard.
Yeah.
But then our first sessions, as it was also mentioned in the book, I still remember first day we started like at 11 o'clock and finished at night 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
This was completely alien thing to me.
Yeah.
And then it went on and on.
Yeah.
No, overall I enjoyed.
Yeah. You also fell ill during the first match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was just not the end of it, because I also passed it to Anand and Aruna.
Yeah.
But luckily not during the match. That
Yeah.
would have been really horrible thing to do.
Yeah. Only by the time it was over, right?
Right.
Yeah. Excellent. But I guess it also made you insecure in terms of whether you were delivering what you were supposed to do while you were ill, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was difficult. Like I was stuck in the room, and I remember that they used to tease me. I mean, my friends used to tease me that I'm like, I was reading Harry Potter back then, and they used to tease me that I'm the prisoner of Bonn.
Yeah. So after that, was it then a surprise for you to be asked for Sophia again?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
I mean, once we started working, I think everything was pretty much normal.
So you worked on quite a few matches. How did it help you develop as a player? Because I think your rating has increased tremendously since your actual start.
Yeah, I mean, initially I definitely gained a lot of rating and everything, and as a player I got a huge amount of experience just by being with Anand and his team.
Yeah.
In terms of knowledge, in terms of how to work and so on. So it has been a great learning experience altogether.
Yeah.
And I did work on many matches.
Yeah.
I was there with him for Kramnik match, Topalov and Gelfand.
Yeah.
So which also means I never saw Anand losing. So that's also very nice, because I know how much emotionally I was involved in all these matches.
Yeah.
It would have been very painful to see him actually losing. It would have been devastating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because also I think that Team Anand, when we were working, four of us, there was huge emotional bonding.
Yeah.
And interestingly, Anand actually never told us that we have to work from this many hours, like you have to get here at sharp 11 o'clock, you have to finish at night 1 o'clock. Neither, even during the match, even for once, he never said that, tonight don't sleep, you have to walk whole night. He never, not a single time he said this.
So it was pure commitment from you.
Yeah,
guys.
we don't know why we did it. Nobody objected during the match, nobody objected. We just stayed awake. We just wanted to deliver good work.
Yeah.
So I think it was a good connection somehow.
Yeah. Now, if you compare the work you did in those teams, and I think after that, even today, you're still working sometimes on a one-to-one basis with your peer colleague GMs. Mm-hmm. What do you prefer, working one-to-one with someone or working in that team?
That's a tricky question. I mean, as a player, I would definitely like to work on one-to-one, something that I want to work on.
Yeah.
Because during the match, what was happening is was that we were helping Anand, yeah. So
Yeah.
we were mainly working on his openings
Yeah.
and mostly checking just openings, nothing else, yeah. So let's say we would not play training games or let's say we would not calculation exercises and so on, which is also essential as a player.
Yeah.
But obviously, when I'm helping him for World Championship match, the first criteria is to give him good opening ideas, not that how I improve as a player and so on.
Yeah.
So, if you ask me now what I would prefer, I would definitely prefer to work one-to-one.
Yeah. Okay. I think what's also important in the early phases of the match, even before you start your opening work, is the direction setting, in which type of openings you want to go, etc. What did you learn in that aspect, and how was Vishy himself involved?
For me, Bonn was toughest actually, not just physically, but in terms of knowledge. I was like full-time E4 player.
Yeah.
And Anand was preparing D4
for the first time in his life.
For the first time, yeah. And I had very limited knowledge. I mean, as I said, I never realized why he took me, because he was sure that he would play D4, and he takes a player who is a full-time E4 player who doesn't know half of the, not half, probably I didn't know, 90% of the things that happen in the match.
Yeah.
So I had to pick up a lot, because in order to find new ideas, first you should know what is the existing theory.
Yeah.
I cannot just, let's say, give you a line and say, find something new when you don't know the line.
Yeah.
So it was a double work for me.
And you probably also need to know not just the theory, but also the history, how they came to that line.
Yeah, absolutely. And then you have to come up with something. So it was very difficult. The first match, it took me quite a lot of time, to adapt.
Yeah.
Now things are different. I mean, now if I'm helping someone, already I myself play pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more easier.
Yeah. But despite that disadvantage, you managed to hammer the hammer.
I managed to hammer the hammer, and also I should give my special thank to Rustam. I could not bother Anand every time to teach me certain things, but I could do this with Rustam, and he always helped me a lot.
Yeah. And for people who haven't read the book yet, Hammering the Hammer is in the Nimzo file.
Yeah, that's right.
With F3 Nimzo.
That's right.
Very sharp line.
Yeah, I even got a point there in World Cup, yeah?
Later, right?
Later, yeah.
And that game is also in the book.
Right.
After I interviewed you, of course, before that I had interviewed Pieter Heijnen, but after that I interviewed Rustam and Radek. Mm-hmm. Now you've seen it all come together in the book. Mm-hmm. What are your impressions of the book?
It's a fabulous book. I mean, from what I feel is this is an all-time best match book ever written, and I have read a lot. I have read a lot of match books, and there is just no comparison. Absolutely no comparison, because there is so much insight, and in such depth it has been written. Yep. And also you get to know so many things that is impossible to know if you are not an insider. If you are not an insider of the team, yeah.
Yep.
So so the book is wonderful. I was also pleasantly surprised with the photo quality.
It's fantastic.
There were fantastic photos. Yeah. And all these color photos. I mean, half of the photos I did not see. Yeah. I still remember one photo with me sitting on the Swiss ball. This is the photo I did not have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now you do.
Yeah, now I do. Yeah.
Yeah. In India, there are a lot of promising juniors coming up, training very hard. I think India is becoming a powerhouse in terms of chess. What do you think they can learn, these juniors, from the book?
Well, they will get an idea, how World Championship matches were. How was the preparation and so on, and how much amount of work is needed once you once you play at that level. Let's be clear, you don't. If somebody wants to take that path, Anand was working so much on opening because he already reached there. Then it is needed.
Game, the end game, the super level.
Yeah. So if the young players, starts thinking that okay, Anand was working for all the time. He was working on opening, so I should also just work on opening. That should not be the approach, because Anand has reached a certain level. Now he is only polishing his openings. but I think also for youngsters it's much more important to polish their, improve their other aspects as well, other areas like middle game, end game, tactics, and so on.
But they can learn the huge amount of commitment,
Oh,
time
absolutely,
investment.
absolutely. No, this is a must-read book for all the chess players, any serious chess player.
And for yourself, you've been a very active player, you've been a trainer, so you've seen both sides of the coin. You may even have tried to combine for a while. For the next foreseeable future, how do you see yourself? Mainly as a player, or you want to go back to doing a lot more intense training?
No, definitely as a player. So for me it's very simple. I enjoy the game a lot, just playing, and as long as I am enjoying, I'll continue playing. It doesn't matter at what level I'm playing, but as long as I'm having fun playing chess, I will continue to do so. And I mean, I have been in Team Anand. I have worked for many other players also.
Yeah.
But primarily, what I enjoy the most is to play. To
compete
play.
yourself.
Yeah, to compete myself.
Creative ideas.
Yeah. So that's what I enjoy most, and that's what I like to do.
Super. Thanks for your time, Surya.
Thank you. Yeah.